Hello and welcome to Red Bull. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Thanks everybody for the kind words and advice. Now, let's get into the story.
Original story. I'm 29M divorcing my wife 21F. She's having an affair with a married man and I found his wife. Need advice. My wife and I recently decided to divorce and in the process of figuring out custody. Where we will live at and how our girls will be taken care of. I've discovered she already has another boyfriend. Let me tell you about this boyfriend. He is my age 29. He has a wife of over 7 years, whom he is still living with and 2 kids. His wife doesn't work and never has. He apparently makes a great deal of money and has promised my soon-to-be ex-wife the moon. He says he has served his wife divorce papers and plans to sell their house and use the proceeds to buy the 2 of them a house together in the next few months. He has told her he will buy her a new car in the same time frame. He tells her about his family's cabin up north. He tells her he will put away a college fund for my daughters whom he has never met. My wife, whom still lives with me in a separate room, swoons over him. She texts him nonstop. And when I mean nonstop, I mean almost 20 texts exchanged between the 2 of them last month. In fact, when she is home she never leaves the same spot on the couch because her phone routinely dies and she needs to plug it in to continue to talk to him. In the last few days I have been the recipient of most of the information regarding that man mentioned above and relationship the 2 of them are having. This information was given to me by my wife. It may seem weird, but I didn't know about then when I filed for divorce. Our marriage had been tenuous and we decided we should part on good terms with honesty and courtesy so our girls will not know a bitter mom/dad. I found out his name. The fact he has a wife, 2 kids, and more. She also informed me she intends to be engaged to him within the year and moved in with him by October. Our divorce won't even be finalized until January. I've found out more information than I care to know about: the money, the house, the college funds, etc. My wife also tells me that he served his wife with papers, but she is stupid, something she routinely says, and hasn't even hired a lawyer yet and will end up getting nothing in the divorce. I still love my wife, and despite the infidelity I tried to get her to view things from my point of view. A well-off man of 9 years of age older is promising her everything she could ever want. You get the picture. She swears this is not the case and it is absolute true love. I found the whole thing completely ridiculous. They've known each other for 3 months, so she claims, and while I wouldn't otherwise care what she does since we are divorcing, my daughters will have to be exposed to this man. Tonight I actually looked into everything. Not because I want to save my marriage, but because the whole thing stinks to high heaven and I worry about how this will all play out for my kids. First, I discovered the wife's name, Facebook. And there are pictures posted of the 2 of them looking quite happy and obviously together as early as 2 days ago. In fact, her Facebook is a collage of the 2 of them and their 2 kids. No sign of discord. While this is not proof of anything, surely a stay-at-home mom with no job and 2 kids wouldn't post pictures of how happy she is with her husband 2 days ago when she was supposedly served with divorce papers 2 weeks ago, would she? Second, there is no record of a court filing under either name in our district courts. He told my wife he filed for divorce earlier than I did. I did a search for my case and it popped right up. A search for either of their names produces nothing. For the skeptics on this one, they both have very distinct names, so it's not a simple issue of a Tom being filed under Thomas. And I know the township they currently live in, so I know I am referencing the proper court. I have no idea what to do. I debated messaging the wife on Facebook this evening, if for no other reason than to find some answers. Have you really been served with papers? Do you know about the affair? Are you aware your husband and my wife laugh at how stupid you are and are banking on that stupidity in the divorce? I'm sure you can see where my mind is going. I don't know where my place is in all this. Should I even know her name? Should I say anything? If I were to say something, certainly his life may become far worse than it currently is, which frankly I don't care about. However, I am certain that my wife, the mother of my 2 kids, may never forgive me for saying something to her. Especially if this disrupts her plans for this new house, car, life of luxury she is expecting, which it most certainly will. This of course could have a very terrible blow back on me and my kids. I'm at a loss. I think perhaps what happens in the boyfriend's divorce is none of my business and I should stay out of it, but at the same time, if my wife were going behind my back for months, I would certainly want to know from someone. And I also need to look out for the welfare of my own children here. In short, help. TL. Doctor. My wife is dating a married man and I have discovered inconsistencies in the story and discovered his wife's identity. Do I contact her? Story 2. Will serve wife 48 with divorce papers tomorrow morning. But getting cold feet me 50. So, everything's all set for the divorce papers to be served to my wife tomorrow morning. But I'm having all sorts of doubts as to whether this is the right thing to do or not. I'm basically getting cold feet. We've been married for almost 20 years and 15 of them have been rocky. She is someone who I would consider to be very paranoid. She wants locks on every door and she keeps the keys to herself. So I can't have access to many rooms in the house. This all started towards the beginning of our marriage, where I had violated her privacy by going through her dresser, looking for something. Since then, she's gotten progressively more strict on keeping things to herself. Which, to be fair, is mostly okay with me. I totally understand that what I did was a complete asshole move and her locking up her private things is right and justified. But, in the past couple of years, it's extended to the doors to the house. So, now, we have door latches on the exterior doors and she locks up the house when I leave for work. She doesn't work. And I literally cannot get back home until she allows me in. And, lately, this has meant I have to sit at work until around 9 p.m. or later until she's okay with me going home, and I'm getting really tired of this. When I tell her this, her response is basically it's your fault. Stemming back to the original sin I committed. If that were it, maybe I could deal with it. But the other big thing she does is that she'll have meltdowns in public if I do something that annoys her or scares her. For example, last week we went to Walmart and we were looking for the bathroom and was told to go to the back of the store. So, we went, but the aisle leading to the bathroom was blocked because they closed off the whole section. I saw that and said something like, "Dang. It's blocked." She hates it when I say anything negative and responded by saying, "Shut your mouth. You haven't even looked." I got a little snippy and said, "Shut your mouth." Really? I was just pointing out the obvious. No need to get mad at me now. She thinks I threw an F-bomb in there. But I'm not so sure I did. But, in any case, that was enough for her to go off and we literally sat inside Walmart for 4 hours while she melted down. Her anxiety is over the fact that I hate wasting nights doing this and have told her that this is a real relationship breaker. So she gets really anxious that I'm going to leave her over things like this, and it just spirals out of control from there and she won't move no matter what. So, rightfully so that she is scared I'm leaving her over this. Because I basically am. But, I really don't feel good about it because it's obvious to me that she's got some real mental health issues to deal with and I'm just abandoning her. We have talked many times about this and it always comes down to her saying that she wouldn't have these problems if I didn't do these things to cause them. I'm just rambling right now because I'm so nervous about tomorrow morning and don't know what to do. I'm not even sure why I'm posting this because I'm ranting without a point. Sorry.